Hi everyone. So today I want to talk about something that most trauma survivors deal with at least at some time or other, and that is struggling to feel safe. I'm going to teach you how to learn and grow these feelings of safety to really set the stage for deep nervous system healing. A lot of people with trauma may not even know what it feels like to feel safe. If you had early life trauma, or epigenetics is now teaching us that we can even inherit trauma. And if either of those are the case for you, chances are your nervous system developed in this soup of stress hormones, which really affects its development. And as a result, it really truly doesn't know any other way to be except chronically stressed, anxious, worried, or hypervigilant, always scanning to see what could go wrong in a certain situation. And you don't need me to tell you, this is exhausting. It's also really, really hard on your body. You could have issues with sleep or digestive issues. It likely interferes with you having the closeness that you want in your relationships, and it absolutely affects your ability to feel happy and relaxed. Luckily for us, thanks to neuroplasticity, which is our brain's ability to change itself, we can train our bodies and our nervous systems to learn and grow feelings of safety and come down out of this heightened lizard brain stress state, which then allows the body to begin to balance and heal itself. There's two main ways that you can cultivate and grow these feelings of safety. And the practices I'll be teaching today are based off of the work and the research of Dr. Rick Hansen. So if you are geeky about science like I am, I definitely invite you to check out some of his work. So the first practice is to notice when feelings of safety and protection are present. So even if they're really, really tiny, something like feeling the protection from the elements by having walls around you, the walls of your home, feeling safe from starvation because you've got food in the cupboard, even the security of a locked door, or feeling safe knowing that you've got your dog nearby, or even reminding yourself that we have laws that are dedicated to our safety and brave people who enforce those laws. Or the one I like to remind myself, we are living in the safest time in human history. So using my examples or coming up with your own, notice anything that helps bring in even the smallest amount of settling in the system, and try and stay with that for 20 or 30 seconds. Notice what effect that has on your body. Does your breathing change? Does your muscles soften? Does the tightness in your belly loosen a little bit? Notice what feels better and tune into that. And I'd invite you to try this out a handful of times per day, checking in with yourself and asking yourself the question, what is supporting a sense of safety right now? And don't think you're doing it wrong if it just feels like a really teeny tiny shift at first. That is really, really normal for someone who has this nervous system that's been in this heightened state for years or maybe even decades. And just remember that lizard brain, it thinks it's keeping you safe by keeping you stressed and anxious all the time, and it's not going to want to let go of that. So when you do this practice, if you notice that it starts getting a little bit louder, maybe pointing out all the reasons why you shouldn't relax and let your guard down, looking for all the things that could go wrong in any situation, just keep bringing the attention back to what feels good, what is supporting your safety in this moment. And notice how that feels in the body. And just trust, with practice, this feeling of safety can grow and it can expand. The second way to grow a sense of safety is through visualization, because remember, your nervous system doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imaginary. So for this practice, you'll want to think back to a time or a place where you felt the most safe, or think about a person or an animal that you feel really safe with. For me, it's being alone in nature, or thinking back to the times where I felt really emotionally supported by friends. Those are the things that really help my system settle and feel safe. So the practice here is to set aside 5 or 10 minutes to sit quietly and think about when you felt the most safe. And imagine that you're back there now. Feel free to change or enhance or edit that memory to make it feel even more supportive of feeling safe. And then I want you to notice what happens in the body when you imagine being there. You can amplify the experience by imagining that you could really soak up all those good feelings. I like the image of having all the pores of my skin open up and let it all kind of pour in through my skin. But just continue to keep gently bringing the attention back to the memory, noticing all the little small details, and really enjoying how good this feels. So these are the practices that you could try out this week. Noticing a handful of times per day what is supporting a sense of safety right now, and staying with any pleasant shifts that you notice in the body for 20 or 30 seconds, and also taking that 5 or 10-minute break each day to remember a time when you felt a sense of safety. And again, notice the effect on the body and really soak in any good feelings associated with the feeling of safety. This is going to help your body and your nervous system learn and imprint on that feeling so that it can come back to it way more easily in the future. Over time, that sense of safety can and will grow so that your brain isn't keeping you stuck in stress and anxiety all the time. And you can trust that that super reactive lizard brain is going to be there for you in those times that you actually are in physical danger. But for the other 99.99% of your life, you can learn to turn the dial down on it so you aren't feeling so stressed and anxious all the time, and you can learn to relax and enjoy and live in the present moment. So is this something that you've ever struggled with? Have you struggled with feeling like it wasn't safe to relax? I would love to hear from you in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.